And welcome back to Who Would Win. It's the start of the week, so we got Who Would Win, and it's the week of What If. Stay tuned for the What If later on today. And today's Who Would Win comes to us from a combination of, who was it? Stuart Little the Gamer. Stuart Little the Gamer, not Stuart the Little Gamer. And Dylan H, who asked the question, who will win a fight? Chucky the Killer Doll, or the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun movies. So, Chucky, okay, I can't remember his actual name. It's Charles something Ray, I think. Sorry, it's hot, so my hair can actually kind of style itself from how much I'm sweating a little bit. Chucky was a serial killer, but knew voodoo magic, and therefore he possessed the soul of a Mr. Good Guy doll, or Chucky. His name was Charles, but it's Chucky. As the doll, he's got the physical capabilities of the doll. He's stealthy. He can scare most normal individuals because a talking, swearing killer doll is kind of creepy. His biggest advantage is that he does have the ability of voodoo. He can transfer his soul into other objects, other people. In Cult of Chucky, he learned how to actually impart his soul onto other things, other Chucky dolls, whereas the main Chucky was still, stuck at Andy's house. Chucky is also surprisingly durable. You'd think because of the fact that he was becoming human and that was supposedly bad was hindering him, but at the same time he seemed to be able to take a lot of damage. So tit for tat on that, I suppose. Damage range from taking multiple shots, being burnt alive, losing his hand and having it reinserted. He essentially couldn't bleed out. You had to essentially just take his head off, and even then he could talk without a head. So I'm guessing because he was becoming more human, you have to treat him like a human and go for, basically, take the brain out. Treat it like a zombie. Take his brain out. So ultimately, that's Chucky. The Leprechaun's a difference. The Leprechaun is a leprechaun. Now, in the universe that the Leprechaun movies take place in, the leprechauns are demonic little fae, basically. They're little shits. They have leprechaun magic, meaning they can do a large amount of things. More or less teleport wherever they want, quickly assemble things, make things appear randomly, quick regeneration, able to sever. If he has a severed limb like a hand, he's able to basically regenerate it, or just have it crawl up and reattach it. If he was blown to hell, blown up, he can reform into little leprechauns, kind of a la King Evil Dead. I'm trying to believe what he can also infect other people by biting them and turning them into leprechauns. He does surprisingly have enhanced strength despite his size. He's also quite vicious and quite fast, and very intelligent as well. His magic doesn't have any set limits per se, but we don't see. But he's clearly must have limitations, as we don't see him like blowing up the world or anything like that. Excuse me. So, the Leprechaun is quite powerful, but he actually displays quite a few weaknesses, or at least several prominent weaknesses. Iron. Fae in English lore are weak to iron, and that includes leprechauns. So iron not only can weaken him, it burns him. But it burns him to the touch. A 4-leaf clover, freshly picked from the flower patch. Freshly picked from the power patch can also weaken him. It's like his kryptonite, essentially. So you can theoretically, not permanently, but put him down for a good while. If you're able to get a 4-leaf clover on his body, or if you were able to get like an iron necklace on him. So I'm trying to recall if there was any other weaknesses that the Leprechaun had. Physically speaking, yeah, he's strong and durable, but you can still whack him around, absolutely. He's not really immune to being just thrown around like a rag doll. He's strung up on his gold. I want me gold! He wants his gold. So if you can use his gold against him, you can like lure him into like an iron safe as a trap or something like that. The Leprechaun is quite powerful. So if these two met up, first of all, it would be Chucky who's shocked to hell, because he's the only real supernatural thing in his world. The Leprechaun, I have to assume there's more than one Leprechaun in the world. He can't be the last leprechaun. They never say he's the last one. He's just a leprechaun. So the fact that he would see a leprechaun, he's like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, me boy, oh, it's hard to be little lad. Well, I'm just going to go over here. Now, that's the thing, too. The leprechaun, for all his evilness, and does go out his way to torment people, but generally speaking, they're people who are connected to his gold or to the people who have taken his gold. If it's just a random person on the street, he actually doesn't really... In fact, he'll interact with people. Like that in the third... Was it the third one? I think it was the third one. No, that was the leprechaun. Was that the leprechaun in space? I want to... Which one was the one where he was in Vegas? Oh, crap. They all blend together is the problem. Because there's Leprechaun in the Hood, Back in the Hood, in space. I want to say it's the third one. Anyway, where he's in Vegas, he sees the Elvis impersonator. It's like, oh, you're pretty good, man. It's like, wow, thank you very much. See, the Leprechaun actually will just kind of interact with people without causing a fuss. So it's kind of interesting to see how he reacts to people. So if he sees this little doll here, what he thinks maybe he's just a kid, it just won't matter. It's like, look, buddy. Let's say he's after Andy. That's perfect. Andy's. We'll say it's or someone who's revealed himself. So Chucky wants the body. So Chucky is trying to go after kids like, hey, sorry, Green Thumb, but Andy's mine. We're just saying Andy's mine. It's like, oh, you can have him after I get me gold, boy. Oh, but before that, don't be messing with a leprechaun. Is that what the fuck you are? I thought you were a Lucky Charms ripoff. They're Lucky Clovers in this world. Thank you very much. And so they have a bit of back and forth. Say, yeah, get out of my way, and then just stabs him in the face. Now, unfortunately, the standard knife you see Chucky with, knives aren't made of iron. They're made of stainless steel, which has some iron in it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not the same thing, because we've seen the leprechaun actually stabbed by knives before, and it doesn't really do anything against him. So, I mean, it hurts him, but it's like he feels pain, but it doesn't really do much. So a standard knife might hurt, but it's not iron, so it can't actually kill him or hurt him in the same way. So ultimately, Chucky's like, oh, it's like, I didn't want to do this, boy, but now you made me mad. And then you just kind of skewer Chucky. Oh, you bastard! He's like, oh, you're still kicking, are you? And just kind of holds Chucky up there. You bastard, you son of a bitch. He starts grabbing a leprechaun's face, and he did that thing where he lived. What's up? Don't see me without me face, boy. Oh, and he just starts messing with it. What the hell are you? I told you, me boy. And just throws Chucky. It's like, oh, I be a leprechaun. And being a leprechaun means I'm full of magic. So, he starts walking around. Chucky's kind of now sprawled. That's like, oh, you. Then he tries to actually impart his soul onto him. And the leprechaun's like, oh, what's this? Some little trinket of magic? And then but he can actually, because he's a leprechaun and has magic, I imagine he can sense other magic on some level. So he's actually able to figure out or tell that what he's doing is legitimate magic. And then he just pulls Chucky's knife. I was like, nope. And so he's like, shink. It's like, ah! Sorry, me boy, but something about that wasn't right. I couldn't let you go through with it. Anyway, and then just shink, up to find me gold. And then he just sees Chucky's head on the ground. Just, you bastard, come back! And Leprechaun's like, you're a stubborn little one, aren't you? Well then, it just sticks him out. It's like, oh, son of a bitch! And they just basically just sticks him out. You hang it right here, and I'll come back and put you back together as a good sport you are. So it's like, you guys, I'll kill you, I swear to God. And then the leprechaun goes off. This really isn't a fight, is the problem. The leprechaun has abilities Chucky just can't handle. Chucky, there's nothing else supernatural in Chucky's world apart from voodoo magic and apart from him. There's no supernatural entities he goes up against. So Chucky wouldn't have... The only thing he might have to beat him is the magic to impart his soul onto the leprechaun. But the leprechaun being magic would likely be able to identify legitimate magic being used against him. And therefore, ergo, he would stop him from using it, honestly. So, with the rare exception of the time he's able to get a full voodoo spell off and maybe try to impart his soul in the leprechaun, which then begs the question if you could even do that, because the leprechaun's fey, he's not human. If it could work, I'll give Chucky a 5% win. But 95% of the time, it's got to be the Leprechaun. In my opinion, it's got to be the Leprechaun. But let me know what you think. You think Chucky could eke out a win in this fight, or you think the Leprechaun just takes it every time? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So as you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll get to a review of it at some point. So it's the week of What If this week. First What If will be up later today. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.